Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. And this morning, I wanted to take us over to the bias alerts section of the platform and take a look at one of the bias alerts that is in play for today. For those who are not familiar, the bias alerts are biases that we preload into the platform and tell you when they are in play for the day. And some of them are quite strong. Some of them can be turned into strategies that can be mechanical that you can trade on your own or code up however you want to use them. But there are a huge collection of these that show up on a daily basis. So today I'm going to come in here. I'm going to select ES from our drop down of instruments, and I'm going to select one for the intraday open. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. For one that is going to be in play. There's a couple that will be in play depending on where it opens at, but this one we know is going to be in play for today. So this one's called short bias, last trading day. So if I click on the additional information, it says if today is the last trading day of the month and the prior session closed above the 200-day simple moving average, historical odds have favored closing lower than the open by 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. So you can see the rules here below. It needed to close above the 200-day moving average, which is highlighted in green, so that means that it did. And it needs to be the last trading day of the month. That is also highlighted in green, so these rules are both true. You can see the equity curve on the right, some stats along with it. Let me go ahead and click on this View Strategy Backtest and Discover, and we will load it into Discover. And here we can see the full results of going long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on the last trading day of the month when above the 200-day moving average, and then exiting at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. And you can see it has been pretty weak historically. We got 161 samples, win rate coming in at just 38.5%. So historically, a pretty weak day. Average loss a little bit bigger than the average winner throughout this entire period. So this has been a pretty weak bias historically for the ES. Now let me come into symbols and settings and just add the other instruments to it. Once you're in Discover, you can add anything you want to these biases, but I'm just going to add the other instruments here and click View Results to look at them all together. All right, so these are the results of all four instruments of ES, 161 samples, NASDAQ 165 samples, YM, this has happened 159 times, and Russell 149 times. And we're still looking at that same setup based off of the bias alert of going long at the open or regular trading hours when above the 200-day moving average and the last trading day of the month. Win rates here all hanging around this 40% mark, so some a little bit better, some a little bit worse, but historically, this has been a pretty weak bias for the last trading day of the month, and it is being confirmed in all four instruments. So that is our short bias for the last trading day of the month, straight out of the bias alerts this morning. I hope you found that interesting. If you got any question about those bias alerts, feel free to send me an email, matt@investiquant.com. Happy to give you some more information about those and how you can use those in your trading as well. Have a great day, good luck, and we will see you next time.